Well, until Gibline, that's really been a hard thing to do. And we know that as you're out there promoting your community, as you're promoting your business, it's ultimately promoting the community of Gibline. Now, there's some other things that we do inside this community is we take your core business, we help you promote it, we help you expand it, but we also let you capitalize on a worldwide marketplace. Let's say you have a local business downtown. You're probably not into the global marketplace. But by being a part of Gibline and being connected to all these people around the world, we also give you an external element through Gib Sales. And that allows you to be able to go out there and sell web services. And the hot trend of web services, everybody needs them: domains, registration, hosting. Because if you want your business to have a presence on the internet, you need these services, as well as the other businesses that you know in your area or even around the world. But Gibline provides you the opportunity to expand the revenue into your business. By the products and services we provide, there's more products and services coming on board. But another thing that we've done is, as we looked at the social networking communities out there, we saw a big flaw in what they were doing. One of the things that they did is they went out there and got a bunch of free subscribers into the community, and then they go out and find advertisers. Well, take the example of YouTube. The company sells for over $1.6 billion. They're making millions upon millions of dollars per month, but they're still not profitable, okay? So if you look at what we've done here with Gibline, we took the reverse approach. We wanted to bring people to the community and allow them to benefit from being in the community, entrepreneurs networking with like-minded people, connecting with others, also giving them the ability to expand their core business through revenue. But we also knew the one other element that all these other social networks were missing was giving you, the entrepreneur, the ability to go out there and revenue share with Gibline. As this community grows, you have a part in what this company does. We call it collective intelligence, and we also call it revenue sharing. So you can imagine if you were in the beginning of the MySpace and the beginning of the YouTube, that you could revenue share with that company. Obviously, you would have a vested interest in seeing this company's success, exposing the company out there in the industry. Those are the things that we knew would be at the heart and soul of Gibline, was to have you on board for the long haul in the vested interest and reap some of the rewards as this community grows. Now, there's 4 things that we designed in this plan to allow you to revenue share with us as Gibline. One, we call it the 4 categories, really. Category 1 is basically the general revenue share. As you come into this company and you're an advertiser with us, you're promoting your core business, you're doing things to generate revenue for your business, whether you're doing it externally or internally, we're going to revenue share back to the community. And we're taking an allocation of the funds that come into the company, and we're dispersing it on a monthly basis across all active advertisers in the program. You don't have to go out there and do anything. You don't have to refer people to the community or anything like that, because we know that as you're out there promoting your core business, it's going to promote the community. Therefore, the community will grow. So we share that revenue back to you through the general revenue share. Another way that we share revenue back to the people that are advertisers in our community is that we go out there and allow you to sell multiple web services, multiple products that we have now and we're bringing on board, and we have external advertising and internal advertising. Any of the sales that you directly generate to the community, we're going to give you up to 10% of the revenue that generated. So this allows you to go out there and really build not only your core business through the resources, but also go out there and make some money on the side as you're actually promoting your business and expanding that extra income and the revenue through that direct revenue share. The third most exciting part that a lot of people are excited about, and we are as well, was we designed also category 3. We call it the Giblines. And the Giblines are a very powerful leveraging tool. It's our kind of our incentive and rewards program. We want to reward advertisers, loyal advertisers, people that come into the community, especially in the beginning stages of this, and as it develops over time, the people that are involved in this program as advertisers to help promote the community, those people will be leveraging not only themselves and their business, but also duplicating themselves and compounding their revenue sharing in the community. And basically the way we've done this is through multiple straight lines. And a lot of people might get confused by this, but I always tell people you never know how American Airlines converts a point to a dollar, but hey, it works. So if you look at our program through the category 3, the multiple straight lines, every single person in the company as an advertiser comes in, and they're all structured in what we call the processing line. And as they process through the processing line, the basic amount it amounts to is that there's always moving up the ladder. And I'm trying not to get too detailed on this, but just imagine everybody being in the first line. Once the person is at the top, then $250 in revenue comes into the company. That allows the person at the top of that line to move into the next line. And then the same thing will happen for the next person that's at the top. So it's a longevity and rewards program. So as these people are moving into line 2, well, guess what? The value of that line doubles. So we have multiple straight lines that are valued at $50, $100, $200, $400, $800. These lines continue to double in value. So as you're going through these lines, you're not only getting paid for the line value when you move out of that line, but you're every time what we call an advancement cycle or a share cycle in that line. But we're also giving you a vested interest back in the previous line. So you always have you're always having a level of involvement with the company. In addition to that is when you come into the program, and if you've referred another advertiser, you're going to get a matching revenue share. So as they cycle through the lines and do the same things that you did, it's going to allow you to receive a sponsoring bonus, per se, like a revenue share bonus. So every time they make money, you make money. So what happens here is what people really have to understand the power of this is as it compounds and as you continue to duplicate yourself throughout this category of the revenue share, your income will just massively flourish. And the great thing is that what you're doing is you're continuing to grab onto and retain elements of this program. And we're talking about the long haul. We're talking about something that allows you to continue to duplicate yourself. I mean, it's just a phenomenal concept. I encourage you to go to the website and read more about that. And we're going to have more of a detailed explanation on it, making sure we're not confusing anybody. But after you understand the concept of the lines, it has produced phenomenal incomes. And in a few minutes, we're going to talk more about what this means to you in the long haul and long term as we get in stage 2 of Gibline. But the fourth level of revenue sharing that we do is we have what we call the executive revenue share. The executive revenue share is basically a concept that after you've earned a certain amount of revenue through the general revenue share, the direct revenue share, and also category 3, the give lines, that's a kind of a direct determinant of how much you've actually done to promote the community, how long you've been with the community. And those are the things that will impact and allow you to be able to revenue share on a higher level. And as you build through the program, you're going to start being in that executive revenue share, which those executive revenue share, that allows you to share in the total company sales volume. So there's a lot of great things in the plan, but what I want people to just understand and know is that the way we revenue share with people, many people go out there in programs, and it's all about what they do and what they have their organizations or the people they are connected with, what those people do. The way we've structured this plan is allowing people to benefit from the whole, benefit from everybody in the community. And there's many elements that here that allow our program to revitalize itself on a daily basis. And those are the things that we talk about as the 90 days renewal program, where one of the concepts is, let's say, for example, in these lines, there's, say, 20, 30, 40,000 people. And let's say they're all in front of you. And they're moving through the lines. Everybody's coming out of line 1, going into the other lines of this program. What you've got to understand is as the advertisers renew every 90 days, those advertisers continue to retain the positioning they have in the lines and continue to move along. But we also inject those positions back behind everybody else in the company. So what happens is that those people that are in front of you are also behind you, and they're pushing you through. And the great thing is as we bring more revenue streams into the company, for example, external advertising. Just to give you an idea, we've heard us say this before, YouTube's huge advertising rates. $178,000 a day with a 30-day commitment will get you a nice banner ad. Well, you imagine that kind of revenue coming into the lines. As we structure you in the give lines, for example, let's use those astronomical numbers. Let's look at, for example, $10,000 a day in advertising revenue coming into the company. What we do is we actually take that and inject it into the lines